Ever stood on the first tee, everyone is watching, and you mess up your drive? And you just know the round is already slipping away from you? That has been me the first 2 times playing at what some call Africa's Augusta, the stunning George Golf Club here on the beautiful garden route of South Africa. Twice I've pulled my first tee shot left into the lake, and when I came back for more last week, that water was beckoning again. But here's the twist. This time I walked off with a par. Same swing, even the same mistake, but a completely different result. And it all came down to one thing I want to show you. Both the previous 2 times I played this hole, I walked off with a double bogey. I can't hit my driver here because although I never hook it, the dog leg is both 12 yards below the tee box and only 230 odd yards away. So a good strike will land me in that thick bush. First time I played here, I hit a 5-wood, but I do have a tendency to hook that. And of course, Murphy popped up and that's exactly what I did. The second time, because I was scared, I took a 6-iron and promptly did exactly the same thing, just closer by. After dropping both times, I compounded the mistake by going for the flag. But as you can see, it's over those trees and I ended up in the rough below them with a very difficult chip onto a downhill and into the bunker. So by trying to save the hole with a hero shot, I ended up learning yet again that there's no such thing as a hero shot, only a stupid shot. Why do we do these things? Anyway, this time I made a decision before the round even started. I planned the hole with one goal in mind: margin for error. Not ego, not distance. I told myself, if you miss where you're not in trouble. And that meant using a smart target, even though it opened up a potential longer second shot into the green. This means aiming for the right of the broad landing area on the fairway, allowing me to hit my 5-wood again from the tee, but hopefully this time keeping me away from the water. For my second shot, the plan is to stay well away from the back left because of the downhill chip into the bunker. However, I do want to clear the bunker, so back right of the green is my smart target again, especially for a front pin. If I have to chip on from there, it will still be downhill, but I'll have a lot of green to work with and no bunker in play. So here's the tee shot. As you can see, they're remodeling the garden on the left, but I'm only thinking about one thing, and it's not my swing. I'm only thinking about my very specific target on the right of that eucalyptus tree, burning that leaf into my mind. And can you believe it? I hook it again. But because of my smart target, I managed to stay out of the water and the ball stops in the rough just short of it. But this still leaves me with the trees in the way, which I really did not want. But no stupid shots this time, so I'm aiming for the tip of the left branch on the tree to the right of the green, again thinking about that and not my swing. I'm also taking more club because there's about 6 or 7 yards of elevation to the back of the green, and I want to make sure I clear the bunker in front. And another hook. But this time it really works for me because it's drawn in behind the trees and landed on the green. I would have been perfectly happy with back right of the green to set me up for no more than a bogey, but this was great. The pin is in front today. If it had been in the same place as when we did the drone footage, I would have even had a look at birdie. But the greens are very fast with a stimp reading today of 10.8. So here I just tap the ball and it rolls all the way, leaving me with a beautiful tap in for my very first par on this hole. So here's what made the difference. Firstly, I had a plan before the round. Second, I had a very specific target aiming for a safe miss zone. Third, I didn't chase after the first mistake. And fourthly, I trusted the process, not having a perfect shot. This mindset alone saved me 2 shots on this hole and set me up for a great round of golf. If you want to see how I use this approach to score on the next hole, which is a long par 5, watch this video.